Listen to Brains Look at the Geek. My name's Steve, and today in action figure news, X Plus has put up a bunch of new pre-orders. Well, most of them have been pre-orders for a bit and been selling out on and off, but we haven't really talked about it, so I figure I'd bring it up here and then get on to the new one that's up for pre-order currently. But we have the Gamera 65, which is a favorite Monster Sculpt line. That one looks great. We have the Large Monster Series Iris, finally up for pre-order. The Rick has the light-up features. I went with standard. This first X Plus I actually legitimately ordered a bit, except for the new one. Going to be probably ordering that right after we talk about it today. But that one looks great. Been a pump for that figure for a bit because I missed out on Legion. Should have bought it, but I missed out on it. And with the Heisei Gameras being easily my favorite Gameras, couldn't really pass up on the Iris. And then we also had the poster Godzilla Final Wars figure, which looks fantastic. I got a buddy that's actually got that guy on order right now. But that one actually has like its own display base and everything. And it's a neat X Plus. It's a different X Plus because you don't really see him with bases too often. I could honestly just see him just kind of doing the pose of the 2004. And then just skipping on the base, but we're getting it, so I'm excited. And then for the new one, we have the 2019 Large Monster Series Godzilla, which for the rig for that, from what I've seen, has special paint for the dorsal spines, and then LEDs so the spines actually light up, which actually has me really excited for that one in particular because the Gigantic's cool. I think the pose is a little bit more dynamic on the Gigantic, but the rig for that was just color. Well, this one actually has LED features, so he actually lights up, which is kind of what I want out of my 2019 Godzilla figure. And then it still has, like, even though the lights on, it still has a look with the paint anyways. So I'm actually really on board with this, and it's still like a nice pose. Like, he's got a nice curl to it, his mouth's open but not like fully roaring. So definitely pumped for that, especially with it only being about $200 for the Rick. Seems like a steal. Then for some other import figures, we have the Revoltech Yamaguchi My Hero Academia All Might is up for pre-order. Super awesome looking. I'm gonna say that is definitely, with how little All Might figures there are currently. Well, there's, okay, that's a lie. There's actually quite a bit in terms of like Banpresto and all these other companies. But action figure wise, definitely the best looking All Might. Because it's a Revoltech, I'm just sad it's probably not gonna scale good with the Figma, which hurts. Which means I would have to get the Revoltech Midoriya to go along with them. But it's so good, even as the smash. He has air effects. The peg holes in the arm are weird, but I get it. But I like how he has like the facial expressions and stuff too from the anime. And with this one, I can see them, like, I'm actually excited for some extras or like alternate versions, like him in the suit from the first time you really get to like hardcore see him fight against the Nomu. That would be great. Maybe even some of the later ones. I still want a Small Might. Definitely need a Small Might in my life, and I actually would like to see them try to accomplish that figure. That would actually be something to see, especially with all the accessories, because you know with Revoltech, you're going to get the spray and blood stuff, which is kind of what you need. The only Nendroid that's really got my interest at the moment is the Zombieland Saga. There's the new one of that, of Junko Kono. I had to pop it up on here so I can actually know the name. Been wanting to get the old one that came out. Still, this paycheck I might actually get a hold of it. This big bag currently has it in stock. But the main reason I skipped on that because I didn't know what they were going to be starting to make the other girls, so decided to hold off on it. But now that they're actually starting to release the rest of the cast, I'm definitely inclined to pick her up and then start snagging these other ones. Speaking of big bags, it's actually nice to get Nendroids on there because they're not usually that much more expensive than they are in Japan. So between the shipping cost and everything, you're almost better off just getting it on there and adding it to your pile of loot. Well, I guess there is the Demon Slayer one of Zenitsu too came out. Zenitsu? Is that how you say it? He's currently up for pre-order as well. Not really buying any of the Nendroid Demon Slayer stuff. I'm kind of holding out for their Figure Arts or Figma to maybe start making some of the figures. Though they have Banprestos, that's been tempting because right now they have all the girls as Banprestos, so I've been kind of wanting to grab those. This is only like $24, but to be fair, Banprestos are very hit and miss on how good they look. Because some of them look great. Oh, she's upstairs now, but the Toga from My Hero Academia is a freaking fantastic figure. But then it's like, Raka's like, okay, so I'm hesitant. For Transformers, the Masterpiece Arcee is currently up for pre-order too, which I did add that to pre-order because I'm more inclined to pick up the actual like Takara Hasbro Masterpiece figures than I am like third-party ones, which I do think there's some third-party ones that look better, but the Masterpiece alt mode looks really great. And then it doesn't really bother me. Like, a lot of the complaints I hear is because her boobs are kind of sagging on the figure anyways, which they might do. Somebody might release an effects kit. You don't know. I'd be 100% surprised if somebody doesn't release an extra kit for that. But it doesn't look that bad to me. Like, it's got, like, the neckline's kind of long, but where it's at, it still sort of makes sense. And posing it might solve that problem a little bit. Because I already got, like, the Nicey on pre-order, so I already got my, like, super cool looking one. This one I'm just kind of, like, helps to round out the rest of my Masterpiece stuff that I currently don't have a version of. Still have to go get another Hot Rod again. Some point. I'm not sure if we talked about this one previously, so I'll bring it up here. But for Kaguya-sama Love is War, they have a bunny version of Chica coming from that. Pretty excited for that. Mainly because I really want a Kaguya-sama. Would be great. So I kind of want to grab this to kind of help support it. And then if you have the one, you got the other, so it kind of works out. I wish they were cat, though. It'd make more sense for the anime. But they are huge. Then with the way she's posing, I imagine shipping is going to be a nightmare to import this thing. And then finally, Kotobukiya has for their next horror Bushiojo. I know I always butcher that thing. But they have a Pennywise coming out, so it's a female Pennywise. I'm just going to say it's probably the best looking one they've done out of the entire statues. I'm actually really excited for this one. Which is odd because it's like sexy clown? Sexy murder clown? Which sounds like Ron in all the right wrong places. I love the base though. I love like the pool of blood with the little Georgie boat on there. Aesthetically, I think it knocks all the things that I really want to see out of like my female Pennywise, and even has like the giant bow in the back and everything. It's gorgeous. And if you guys are into Pennywise and these kind of figures, highly recommend trying to pre-order that thing. Sadly, still no new words on the Monster Arts Monster Hunter figure. Still waiting for that to go up. They keep announcing or showing off new things for that figure. So, still excited. I like that it now we like officially confirmed that it has like its own little Monster Hunter that comes with it, which is great. So, pretty excited. I want to say it was like $75. It's from what I remember it's going to be going for. Just waiting for official release date, which as of now, especially with the way things are currently, Christmas is probably right around the time I would see this coming out. Then I guess to cap this off, NECA has their Back to the Future figures up for pre-order currently. With the Biff, Marty. There's also the Toon figures are up now too, which that one you can get a DeLorean. And there's also a diecast DeLorean I've seen. Yeah, the Sixers diecast vehicle. No word on if they're going to actually make one for the regular figures, because that would be sweet. And I'm not even like that into Back to the Future. Like, I don't even think I've seen the third movie all the way through. It's been forever since I've seen the first and second one. But it is still like a nice little nostalgia trip seeing these things kind of coming out. And they look great for what it is. And that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below if we missed any figures that you guys are super excited about. Because there just isn't really that many things coming up as of right now for pre-order. Which makes me sad. Though, I am excited that... watched a few interviews with Randy from NECA, and he stated like the quarter scale turtles are going to still be coming out, so at some point we're going to get a Splinter and a Casey Jones. Looking more towards, I think he was saying like beginning of next year for those to start coming back out again, so that's got me pumped, which makes me think that I don't need to buy the smaller ones anymore, but I'm hard pressed to believe that we're going to get a quarter scale Toka, Razor, and Super Shredder. So I still gotta grab them. So when they start hitting up Walmart, I'll be grabbing them things for sure. With Casey and Raph coming out at the end of April, or not at the end of June. So I definitely have to keep an eye out for that when I'm going there. So help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. You guys like to keep up to the date with channel and donate, would greatly appreciate it. And see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Wait, you want to see bye bye too? He's like, I was just trying to escape. Thank you. No, you're supposed to see bye-byes. You're supposed to see bye-byes. Fine, Casey. You can go.